won't make you handsome or prettier or younger, and if it improves your standing with the neighbors, then you live among snobs. A car is steel, electronics, rubber, plastic, and glass. A machine. And in the end, may the best machine win. Subaru. What to drive.
This town is sending more people to the 1992 Olympic Games than the U.S. and Russia combined. It's the home of Olsen Travel World.
And weightlifting? Okay.
They rush out thousands of tickets to the Olympic Games by express mail guaranteed overnight service. Express mail picks up unlimited packages for one low charge.
Morning, John. Morning.
Which saves Olsen money as they prepare America's other 1992 hopefuls.
The buzz is back at KFC. Our original honey barbecue wings now back again in the KFC Variety Bucket. Just $9.99. Our tangy barbecue wings with a touch of honey. Just one of 3 great KFC tastes, including original recipe and new improved skin-free crispy, deep marinated, and so good you won't believe it's skin-free. So catch the KFC Variety Bucket now at just $9.99. You're gonna fly.
Deep in a remote jungle,
There's something out there waiting for us.
a special forces team confronts an alien with a special appetite.
He was skinned alive!
And tensions are about to explode. They're locked in a struggle for all mankind. What can you say when you're about to be terminated? Hasta la vista, baby. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator, Wednesday at 8 on Fox 5.
Tomorrow, it's Black Widow. Citizen Kane will return in a moment.
I think my mother's dream was that I married someone Jewish.
Interfaith couples.
I would have certain questions raised about who was going to marry us.
When getting together tears families apart.
Happy hour!
Plus, Sam Kinison joins us live. And Election Day coverage. Join us tomorrow on Good Day New York. And watch Good Day First Edition at 6:30.
Just how realistic is the audio system in the Lexus LS400?
They've shared good times.
Quiet. When I'm with you, I can just forget about everything.
They've weathered bad times.
What's the matter with you?
Maybe I don't like feeling like yesterday's news every time she comes around.
They thought they'd always be together. But this Thursday, their lives will change forever after a fatal accident claims one of their own.
90210, Thursday at 9 on Fox 5.
It will take a little girl.
I bet you want to be a ballerina when you grow up, huh?
Wait till I'm in 3rd grade. Then I'll pick a career.
A little dream.
Awfully late in the season for such a big order.
And a little magic. To remind us that Christmas is something to believe in, Paramount Pictures invites you to experience the true spirit of the season.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
All I Want for Christmas, rated G, starts Friday, November 8th.
He's been married 10 or 12 times. He was a good date, but he was a lousy husband. He's sneaky.
He's the taxi driver whose marriage meter was working overtime. When love came calling, Larry the cabbie dispatched himself and picked up a trunk load of wives.
He'd better be behind bars, because I'd kill him.
My Fair Lady. Watch A Current Affair tomorrow at 7:30 on Fox 5 New York.
Bob Gaffney for county executive. Gaffney's extreme anti-abortion position would outlaw abortion even for victims of rape and incest. He even votes against all state aid for Suffolk schools and towns, just because a tiny fraction of the budget pays for medically necessary abortions. Gaffney's anti-choice extremism could have cost our schools $5 billion and cost you $1,800 a year in higher property taxes. Remember that this November.
Director John Frankenheimer has created such memorable films as The Manchurian Candidate, Birdman of Alcatraz, All Fall Down, The Fixer, and The Iceman Cometh. We spoke with Frankenheimer recently on the impact Orson Welles and Citizen Kane had on his career and on filmmaking in general. Here's what he had to say.
One of the very, very few people that has ever worked in the movies that I would consider a genius was Welles. That doesn't mean he didn't make massive mistakes, because he did. But I think a genius is capable of making just as massive an error as he is to do the masterpiece that he did. And I think Billy Wilder said it best when he said, a director is as good as his best movie. And it doesn't get any better than Citizen Kane. I mean, it really, really affected me. I mean, here was a use of camera that I had only fantasized about doing. Overlapping dialogue, lighting, script structure, editing. I mean, the film was a masterpiece for me, and still.
Prepare to meet the world's most lethal lover.
They died in their sleep. They stopped breathing.
A cold-blooded beauty whose very kiss can kill.
I loved every one of them.
And her only competition...
Don't underestimate this woman.
...is a federal agent obsessed with the hunt.
Wait! You want to catch her, you got to think like she thinks.
Teresa Russell, Deborah Winger. There's only one creature more deadly than man. She mates and she kills. Black Widow, Tuesday at 8 on Fox 5.
From Fox 5, this is a Fox News Update.
Good evening. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news late edition, there was almost a riot outside the courthouse during the start of jury selection for the man accused of murdering Rabbi Meir Kahane.
We were standing demonstrating against them, and they just came in and attacked us.
I just saw them jump on him, and boys ran to save them, and they came with sticks. All the time that we were here, all the time we were watching them this morning, they're looking at us with hate.
A man from the Bronx killed himself inside his car. The suicide manual, Final Exit, was found near his body.
The very depressed person is clearly the one at greatest risk with a book like this.
All 5 living presidents stood side by side in a dedication ceremony in honor of Ronald Reagan. Another chapter in the Jackson family feud, Jermaine Jackson's song, attacking his brother Michael, hit the airwaves. Plus Carl with the sports and Nick with a forecast. See you after the movie.
I have this fantasy where Steve takes me to this very romantic place for a candlelight dinner in his Nissan Pathfinder. We sit at a table for 2 and have this really nice view.
Deep in a remote jungle,
there's something out there waiting for us.
A special forces team confronts an alien with a special appetite.
He was skinned alive!
And tensions are about to explode. They're locked in a struggle for all mankind. What can you say when you're about to be terminated? Hasta la vista, baby. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator, Wednesday at 8 on Fox 5.
They'll think you slaved over a hot stove for hours. We won't tell if you won't. Pork, the other white meat. Still in the dark about the other white meat? Today's pork isn't what it used to be. Pork, the other white meat.
daughter has a problem with socialization.
Oh.
She doesn't seem to interface well within her peer group.
My head.
In other words, she's beating up on the other 3-year-olds.
Where's my Anison 3?
To relieve a splitting headache, reach for Anison 3. It's strong, and Anison 3 is 100% aspirin-free.
Feeling better? Now about Jennifer's grades.
Anison 3, aspirin-free pain relief for splitting headaches.
Homer's never been the perfect dad.
Lisa loves you.
Does not.
Does too.
Does not.
Does too.
So this Thursday...
Would you like some ice cream?
No. I'd like some ice cream.
Shut up, boy. He'll try to make up for it.
Hey, how come Lisa gets a pony?
Because she stopped loving me.
I don't love you either, so give me a moped.
But can the Simpsons afford this much joy?
Your father had to take a second job.
Where's he working?
The Cookie Mart.
The Simpsons, Thursday at 8 on Fox 5.
Tomorrow, it's Black Widow. Citizen Kane will return in a moment.
I think my mother's dream was that I married someone Jewish.
Interfaith couples.
I would have certain questions raised about who was going to marry us.
When getting together tears families apart.
Happy hour!
Plus, Sam Kinison joins us live. And Election Day coverage. Join us tomorrow on Good Day New York. And watch Good Day First Edition at 6:30.
From home and abroad, across America and around the world. Now, the one source for local, national, and international news at 7.
Good evening. Tonight's top story, President Bush
is Fox News at 7. News on the front line.
There is a place where luxury and affordability collide in a most comfortable way. A place called Acapulco, where fantasy becomes reality 24 hours a day. Acapulco, the difference is night and day.
You are watching Fox 5.
He's been married 10 or 12 times. He was a good date, but he was a lousy husband. He's sneaky.
He's the taxi driver whose marriage meter was working overtime. When love came calling, Larry the cabbie dispatched himself and picked up a trunk load of wives.
He'd better be behind bars, because that's silly.
My Fair Lady. Watch A Current Affair tomorrow at 7:30 on Fox 5 New York.
Hey, Kenny, it's early. You ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll that into bed. Coast, the scent opens your eyes. Coast, your spirit starts to rise. Coast is the way to bring you back to life. Oh, hey, it's about time, guys. All right.
The eye-opener.
When you've got something precious to carry, this is one way to do it. Here's another. Chevy Lumina Euro Sedan. Engineered with four-wheel independent suspension and standard anti-lock brakes. It's one way to help make sure your precious cargo is delivered safely. Chevrolet. The cars more people depend on.
And now it's easy to win with the heartbeat.
We're back in the studio with our special guest, Ruth Warrick, and looking back upon this wonder, what are your reflections?
That I was the luckiest girl in the world to be able to work with this man, this genius. He set the tone of my whole life. Not only in the studio, where he said, work is not a four-letter word. It's the most exciting new thing you can do. Just try to choose what is your heart's desire, because that is what God put you on earth to do. And people raise an eyebrow, God, about Orson Welles. But he wasn't strictly religious, but he was very, very spiritual. And it was an amazing experience all the way around. And, you know, people kept insisting that it was about William Randolph Hearst. In fact, I got the shock of my life because they asked me to do an interview just before it was to open in Radio City Music Hall. And I'd never dreamed that it was a secret anymore. I knew it was while we were shooting. So when the reporter said, what is it about? I quoted Orson at word for word. He said, it's about the type of a man, American, that we tend to make our heroes when they're really the despoilers of America, like Insull, Fall, Hearst. Well, when I mentioned Hearst, he dropped his pencil. He bent over. I thought he had to go to the gentleman's room. He disappeared, didn't come back, and finally the waiter said, here's a bottle of wine. There's a crisis at the office. And years later, Robert Wise said, didn't you ever wonder what happened? I said, yes, but I was I was sick. I was sick thinking that perhaps I had given away the secret. Somebody told me later that Orson set it up that way. He wanted the secret to be given away because he knew it would make a lot of publicity. He understood what War of the Worlds had done. So I guess it was all right.
But I have to ask you this, though. Was his character based on William Randolph Hearst, the publishing magnate of the time?
Not actually. It was a composite of that kind of man, but because they used Hearst Castle for Xanadu, people got that notion. And he was a publisher, but one of them, had built the opera house. He made her an opera singer, Susan was an opera singer, not a movie star. Yes, there were things about it, but don't forget, the Hayes office was very much in control at that time. They read the whole script, and they didn't have one word to say about it. If they really thought it was Hearst's life, it would have been changed right then and there.
In the few seconds we have left, obviously you have a lot of passion for Orson Welles. But what about on the set? Was there a bit of romance?
He treated me like the queen of the world. I've never been so royally treated. But he was a gentleman, and I was a lady, so he never made any overt move about it. But I learned just last May the 1st from Joseph Cotton. He said, did you know that you were the love of his life? I almost fainted. I almost fell off of the chair. I'd had a little feeling, but he never pressed his feet. I was married. I was having a baby. And we'll have to wait till another lifetime, I guess. But I'm writing a book about it.
I was about to say, and also wait for that book to find out more. Ruth Warrick, thank you for joining us and sharing your memories this evening with us on Orson Welles and Citizen Kane.
Always for Orson, anything.
Thank you, and we'll be right back.
Well, Orson was, in a way, like Kane. He was larger than life in a sense. He loved life. He loved all aspects of life, and he was fascinating. I suppose he was as close to genius, and I've come across in my almost 60 years of business now. He was brilliant one moment and aggravating another moment. Life was never very much on an even keel with him. He could be guilty of such an outrageous piece of behavior at one moment.
Good evening. Coming up on the 10 o'clock news late edition are television ads driving some kids to drink. The Surgeon General wants to drive some beer commercials off the air. Bob O'Brien looks at one Jersey town trying to put some muscle in its school program to get kids in shape. Fox Style News looks at why tough male executives are called hard driving, but tough women executives are labeled the B word. See you after the movie.
Have you seen what's new for 92 from your Ford dealer?
Have you?
Introducing the new 92 Ford Taurus. Inside and out, it's completely redesigned.
Have you?
The new Taurus has a standard driver's side airbag as well as an optional passenger airbag and anti-lock brakes. Plus now, your tri-state quality Ford dealer can save you $1,200 on a new Taurus.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Prepare to meet the world's most lethal lover.
They died in their sleep. They stopped breathing.
A cold-blooded beauty whose very kiss can kill.
I loved every one of them.
And her only competition...
Don't underestimate this woman.
...is a federal agent obsessed with the hunt.
Wait!
You want to catch her, you got to think like she thinks.
Teresa Russell, Deborah Winger. There's only one creature more deadly than man. She mates and she kills. Black Widow, Tuesday at 8 on Fox 5. Deep in a remote jungle.
There's something out there waiting for us.
A special forces team confronts an alien with a special appetite.
He was skinned alive!
And tensions are about to explode. They're locked in a struggle for all mankind. What can you say when you're about to be terminated? Hasta la vista, baby. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator, Wednesday at 8 on Fox 5. Critics are calling Billy Bathgate dynamite. Dustin Hoffman's performance is brilliant. And Time magazine calls it superior filmmaking.
Let me explain something to you in plain English.
Billy Bathgate, rated R, now playing at a theater near you.
It's about growing up, fitting in, and just hanging out. 90210, Thursdays on Fox.
Tomorrow, it's Black Widow. Citizen Kane will return in a moment.
He was a good date, but he was a lousy husband.
When love came calling, this cab driver dispatched himself and picked up a trunkload of wives. He's sneaky, my fair lady. Watch A Current Affair tomorrow at 7:30 on Fox 5 New York.
With the highest resale value in its class and proven Honda reliability, the Accord truly is a safe place to put your money.
Ask about the new Accord leasing program at your Tri-Honda dealer.
I think my mother's dream was that I married someone Jewish.
Interfaith couples.
I would have certain questions raised about who was going to marry us.
When getting together tears families apart.
Happy hour!
Plus, Sam Kinison joins us live. And Election Day coverage. Join us tomorrow on Good Day New York. And watch Good Day First Edition at 6:30.
To Jamaica and feel all right. And let Air Jamaica make it easy with package holidays for just $349, including round-trip airfare, hotel, and more. Air Jamaica, we give you more. Call your travel agent.
You may never need Pearle's free breakage guarantee. But you never know that Pearle will repair or replace your glasses free, even if you break them. The limited warranty is good for 1 full year from date of purchase. Now look for Pearle's money-saving coupons.
For Suffolk County Executive, Kelly, Gaffney, or Halpin. Only Halpin slashed spending, threw away credit cards, and imposed a hiring and salary freeze. After inheriting a $100 million deficit, only Halpin froze or reduced the county portion of property taxes 3 years in a row. And only Halpin started DARE to protect our kids against drugs and the pro-arrest policy to fight domestic violence. Pro-choice, independent, and scandal-free, only Halpin's tackling tough problems in tough times.
When the Simpsons feel the pinch, Homer gets a second job.
Where is he working?
The Cookie Mart.
Simpsons, Thursday at 8 on Fox 5.
Miss Hellman, like to try Total?
I always wake up with my Special K. I'd never cheat.
Hope you're hungry.
I can never get enough.
Good, because you have to eat almost 3 bowls of Special K to get all the vitamins and minerals in 1 bowl of Total.
3 bowls? It's just me here.
Whole Grain Total has 100% of a day's supply of 12 vitamins and minerals. Takes almost 3 bowls of Special K for that.
Total's got what it takes.
Total, 1 bowl, 100%.
Is that what Rosebud meant? That poor guy. Hi, I'm Amy Atkins of Fox Style News. Well, money can't buy happiness unless you're Teresa Russell, a stunning beauty who lures wealthy men into her trap. And like a poisonous spider, she mates and kills in Black Widow. That's tomorrow night at 8 on Fox 5. Talk about looks that could kill.
Orson Welles, maverick, controversial, innovative. A man larger than life and one who lived it to the extreme. And though he gave us the magnificent Ambersons, Journey into Fear, and The Third Man, Citizen Kane remains the crowning achievement in a brilliant career. It influenced a generation of filmmakers and changed an art form forever. I want to thank director Robert Wise and John Frankenheimer, and of course, one of New York's treasures, Ruth Warrick, for joining us this evening. I'm Marianne Atwell Watson. Thank you for joining us, and good night.